Hello, people of the world and the Come Up universe. It's me, Nick, and this is The Come Up. She is in LA to change the world with her writing. And so we're going to talk about that because here's her face, Jen Bosworth-Ramirez. Yes!
Hi.
I love
Can
you
see
so
me?
much.
There. I love you so much.
I've missed you. How are you?
I'm good. I've missed you too. I think of you often and your amazing voice and the way you are in the world, your fierceness. I've missed you.
You're just so easy to talk to.
Oh.
And you actually are very curious about people and you want to know the answers.
Most people like you, yes. No, but most people. Some people I'm like, oh, that's enough. Just let's stop talking right now. But I could tell you were one of those people that I was really interested in and wanted to know about you and who you were and what you were up to.
Well, that's kind. Listen,
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm up to most days. You moved in the midst of a pandemic into the resurgence of the race war.
Yes, we did. It was quite something. I mean, it was just so intense, and but I have to say, there is something about personal trauma that is, for me, it was really interesting to see the what was going on in the world in terms of what was happening with protesting and because it put my personal trauma in perspective. I was like, this is not a real, I mean, I'm not saying that it's not crazy to travel in a pandemic and move your life. That's whatever. But it's not the same as being murdered for the color of your skin. And that it really put perspective, it gave me perspective. And I was like, get it together, Jen. Like, this is traumatic, but also there's something very important happening that is trumps this. Really, I hate that word, but you know what I'm saying.
Right? It's such a good word, though. I used it so much before 2016.
Yeah, it just came out of my mouth, and I was like, ugh. I threw up a little bit. We're about a mile and a half from downtown, and the police love helicopters, right? That's their thing here. And so there was just nonstop helicopters and nonstop sirens and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my gosh. But I knew it was bigger than me. It was more important than me. And who cares? And I was able to really sort of get it together and be like, how can I help? That's where I went to. I was like, yeah, this is real weird, but how can I help? And I think that's essential for allies of Black folks, is to say, how can I help? What do I need to do to help? Because that's what I need to be doing.
Yeah.
Identify, as a Latina woman living in this world as an artist, and what does that mean? And what does it mean to help? Like true help. What does that look like? And to people and really getting, I think it's a call to get it together. I used to have a coworker named Miss Bobby. I was a therapist. I don't know if you knew that, but I
did know that.
Okay, for 5 years. And I worked with this woman, and her name was Miss Bobby. And she would say to our clients who were drug addicts in the halfway house and the detox, she would say, get it together. Like, get it together. Like, and she would say to the clients, but I also started saying it, to myself, like, get it together, like, let's get it together. Because I think, for me anyway, there was this pull to sort of be like, oh no, this is scary. I'm really scared in terms of what's happening to the world. I'm scared. Okay, get it together. I think I'm the daughter of an immigrant, and she was from South America, and she it was like no time sort of to wallow for her in stuff, and she was just like, what can you do? What's the next right thing to do? What's the next right thing to do? And go into sort of that mode, which I think helped me in this move. But it's weird. It's weird not to be in Chicago. What's happening there? Is it still Chicago over there?
It's still Chicago. I've gotten a little disappointed in Chicago in its COVID response in the last few weeks. I was just so proud at the beginning. I was like, yes. I was like, come on, y'all, close it down.
Yeah.
This is great. Then they laid out the phases. I was like, oh, those phases are going to take so long. And I was like, we are not in phase 4. I don't get it. I was going to say I get it, but I don't get it. I just feel like it's all about keeping these businesses open.
It's capitalism.
And
like
getting money into the pocket of the government. And it's gross.
So you're not in Chicago.
I'm not in Chicago. I'm in Omaha. I was transparent.
How is Omaha? What's going on there?
So here's what's like weird about Omaha. No one cares. It's like there's nothing happening.
That is crazy. Like people are just like, "Hey, how you doing? What's going on?
Right.
Nothing much."
So
okay.
I went to the pedestrian bridge, the Bob Carey pedestrian bridge, and I was like, "This would be great. Like it's open space. It's a bridge. I can just walk." There were so many people outside, and so many children like playing at the fountain, and like people walking in groups, and like I was like, this is terrifying. I was like, why are you all so close to each other?
It's unbelievable. Here, I did the same thing. I thought, oh, I'll go on this trail, right? It's a trail. It's by Dodger Stadium. I went at 7 a.m. There's like a million people and their dogs, and the dogs are off leash. I'm like, oh, no. This is not going to work for me. Like, and people are like, good morning, no mask, just spitting good morning at me. And I'm like, okay, turn it around, roll it up, out of here.
Have you seen any of the commercials that you've like submitted for home shooting and then like seen it and been like, there's no way I would have done that in my house? You were not looking for someone in their home.
Yeah. So I saw. Okay, so there was one I auditioned for, and my audition was so paltry compared to what ended up being. I was like, yeah, there's no way. I am not your woman, right, for that one, because I thought I did a good job, but it was like really low budget looking, and I think these people like. I don't know how they did them.
Well, and I'm in my studio apartment. So like, they're like, can you show us all the angles? I'm like, this is it. Like all the
you
walls
got one angle.
The same. Like this is it.
Yeah.
This is the best wall in this apartment. And then I'm looking, I'm like, well, that person's on a boat. I'm like, that's not fair.
Right. And they also, people had like their built-in family with them. So they're like, if you have kids, include them. I'm like, I don't even have a dog. I don't even have a cat. I can't.
Well, I'm not even allowed to audition for something. Like they're like, look through this criteria. And if you don't fit, like if you are alone, do not submit for this. I'm like, well,
that's
okay.
So, yeah. And oh my gosh, I might as well be alone, because as much as I love my husband, we went to one audition together and he blew it. Literally, Miles, my husband, like, they asked him a question and he got so nervous. And I'm like, I'm next to him going, I can't hear you. What are you talking about? And his answers were crazy. It was wild.
Tell us what you're doing. What's the program you're in, and what are you working on?
I decided that I wanted to change certain things about the entertainment industry. And it's so weird to say that, because but I just was like, I don't like this. I don't like how bigger bodies are handled on screen. I don't like how people, brown and black people are handled. I don't like any of this.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, what the heck can I do to change it? Because I as an actor, there's only so much I can do. Mm-hmm. And then I thought, I need to run something. I need to be in charge of something if this is going to happen. And I was like, how the heck do I do that? I mean, I'm not a brilliant, I don't have, what am I? And then I thought, okay. And literally I was like, I need to start writing. I can write. I was like, that's the only thing I can think of to do. So I was like, all right. So I started writing, but I realized that like, I don't know anything about television writing or screenwriting. Nothing. And I came across this program. And it's called Stephens College Screenwriting and Television Writing. It's an MFA program. I'm like, I don't want to go get an MFA. This is crazy. So I was like, no. But then they said there's a scholarship program for women over 45 to this program. And I was like, let me apply. So I had filled out, and this was all before COVID happened. And I applied, and then I got a phone call that I got it. And then I got the scholarship, and I was like, wait, I forgot I even applied for that. So I said, okay, well, let me just move to Los Angeles. And now, of course, it's on Zoom. So whatever. But here I am.